Let's start then.
Yeah. First of all, good morning, good evening, and good afternoon, whoever has joined from various parts of the world. We are excited to open the webinar for the month of August 2023. In fact, we have two exciting topics lined up for today. One is ABCDs of leadership, and other one is basics of artificial intelligence and how Python can be used. And we have some great speakers joining us today from India, and Dr. P.K. Rajput ji would be talking about talking us through ABCDs of leadership, and Praveen Sahu will be covering the topic of AI basics along with Python. And I'll stop here and over to Kumar Rani sir for the formalities.
Thank you very much. Good morning, everybody, and welcome, Professor Rajput and Praveen Sahu, for your intellectual property sharing with us this morning and taking time. Really, this is a benefit for our JNTUH alumni, US and everywhere. Thank you very much. We'll talk later. Again, you take over now. You can start, Naveen.
Yeah, sure. So, yeah, I take this privilege of introducing Professor Dr. P.K. Rajput ji. He's a seasoned corporate professional with a rich experience of over 40 plus years in pharma and healthcare, sales and marketing, and he has very successfully handled the domestic business as a senior VP and vertical head, and also senior VP of international business in Cadila Pharmaceuticals Limited, an Indian multinational leading company and based at Ahmedabad. And now he's been taken by a couple of universities as a professor of practice based on UGC guidelines. And he started his professional journey as medical representative and has risen to this position within the same organization. And he has completed his MBA marketing and also executive leadership development program from Indian Institute of Management, Ahmedabad, apart from completing his PhD and also having 12 honorary doctorates in various streams. And he's a permanent member of the International Association of Soft Skills Trainers and of Educators and Corporate Trainers. And he has been nominated by UNESCO laureate as being board member of Crown University, Argentina, USA, and the UK. So the list goes on, and he's an active LinkedIn. He's super active on LinkedIn, and he shares his knowledge and wisdom almost on daily basis, and which is so intriguing. And I was fortunate to come across P.K. Rajputji's profile a couple of years ago. And in fact, we have hosted him on my platform, wherein he shared nuances about the leadership and the executive presence. So over to you, P.K. Rajputji. This is an honor to have you here, part of our conversation. And thank you so much for joining us. So request you to take over from here.
Thank you so much. Very, very good morning to all the esteemed guests, members of such a wonderful alumni. I am very happy, Naveenji, that you have invited me. Thank you so much, Praveenji, for joining it. And since we both are going to talk on the basics only, because I heard that he's going to talk on basics of AI and I'm also going to talk on the basics on the leadership. So it is my privilege. And I was talking to Kumar Garu, sir, that it is not we are going to learn, because we are just going to brush up the thing. We all are the leader in our own scenario. And that's why we have reached to this position after learning, understanding, implementing, and making it happen. So it will be like an enjoyment which we are going to enjoy together, right? So that's why I said ABCD, because like the children, they enjoy, we are going to enjoy the basic part of it. And I'm sure we all will be really learning the things which are there, which is cooperating. So I'm just going to my slideshow, putting it here. Just see that my slides must be moving now. It's moving. It is the first slide. Are you able to see, Naveenji?
Yes, please. We can see.
Yeah, and the second slide.
Yes.
Okay. So it reminds me of a very important leader, Mr. John Maxwell. He's from America, and he has written that a leader is one who knows the way, goes the way, and shows the way. This we keep on hearing till the time when we came to the leadership scenario. And that is true also. And he has written a couple of the books also on the leadership, because today what we are talking, he wrote long ago. And today we all are implementing it. So today we will be talking about not A for apple, which we have learned during our children days, B for ball, C for cat, and D for dog. We are going to learn something very different about it, and we are going to not learn, we are going to enjoy it. So A is apple has been changed. That apple has become the real digitalized apple. B has become the Bitcoin. And C is like a COVID, everybody knows about it. And D is the digital part, because that's what today the digital part is coming up. And that's why Mr. Sahu is going to speak on the AI part. So now coming to the old scenario, anybody can dance. That was a movie there in India, but no, it has been completely changed. That yes, anybody can do it. Anybody can do it if we are able to provide the right guidance to the thing. Aptitude has to be provided. Attitude has to be there from the person's scenario, because that's what the difference between attitude and aptitude. So now coming to my beautiful part, which I have designed from my side, the basics of the leadership excellence. And when it is there, I will talk about the 10A and 10B, 10C, and 10D. It is like becoming a small classroom where there the sections are there. A section, B section, C section. And of course, these sections are going to take all of us to remind all of us on the leadership excellence. So coming to the very important part, sir, which I'm sure we all are aware about it, what we are following is, which is very simple and we are aware about it. Assertiveness, acceptability, awareness, adherence, adoption, and agility. These are the 6 very important fundas are there. And I'm sure you all are the leaders. And if you see that you all have the quality of it, you are assertive, you are acceptable, you are having awareness, you are adhering the thing, adoption, agility. So I'll give you your own example, right? It is instead of coming the example from the outside. Assertiveness, it doesn't mean that we should be very passive aggressive, or aggressive. No, it will not work in the today's scenario. No, it will not work, because if it will work, it will be there, then we will not be a leader. We will simply a manager. But what is going to work, which is the assertiveness, which is appropriately honest. We have to be very true, because we cannot be dishonest, direct, self-enhancing, expressive, self-confidence, empathetic to the emotions of all involved. Today we are talking that AI is coming up, but where is that empathetic value, which is very important? And being an assertive part, this empathic part is going to make a lot of difference about it, sir. The second part is what is acceptance. Today we all have grown from any level to this level, sir. But we never said that if the rains are there, oh my God, I don't like rain. I wish to have was not raining. We all are here on the other segment, sir. We say that, oh wow, it's raining. Let us enjoy. Let us make the things happen. Let us, my beautiful Mother Earth is going to enjoy the rain where the rains were not there. This is the way that we accept the things. Today, the change has happened post-COVID. We have accepted the change. We have loved the change. We have respected the change, sir. Awareness, sir. Again, I would like to take you to the one of the very important person who has never been to the college. But this gentleman, Mr. Steve Jobs, has given his beautiful speech during the convocation at the Stanford University, and 22,000 students. And his last line was, stay foolish, stay hungry. And that's what he said it. The people who are crazy enough to think that they can change the world are the ones who do it. And this gentleman, without going to the college, being the self-aware, he did it from a small room where he started. From basically a car garage, he started thinking and built the thing. And so we all are aware about it, sir. Then second part is, sir, adherence. So we all are flexible, but we are sticking to our principles. That's the reason when you said about it, we'll start at 7:30. And what sir has said that since we all have come, so we should not be further going ahead for that. Let us make the thing happen. People will join. So that is the principles adherence which is there. So we are very clear in the mind, but we are very pure as well. We don't have anything which is negative in the mind, and we are sincere in our action. So that is a part of the adherence which is very important. And sir, let me take all of us to the Charles Darwin theory, because Charles Darwin we all have read during our school days. And it is still true, and it will be true in the future also. Adoption, right? It is not the strongest of the species that survive, not the most intelligent that survives. It is the one that is the most adaptable to the change. And the people who have adopted the change, COVID has again shows the change which is there, and the people have adopted the learning part, people have adopted the working part, people have adopted so many things and that, and people have started growing about it. And that today, after this COVID, that AI has taken care, machine learning has taken care, marketing 5.0 has taken care, manufacturing 4.0 has taken care in a bigger way. So we all have adopted the change, and we are now enjoying the change, and we are going to enjoy further ahead of it, sir. So adopt it or either lose it. So I will say let us better to adopt the thing which is very important. Sir, agility, right? Agility is one of the very beautiful part of the life. It enables us to stay ahead of the curve and navigate uncertainty with the confidence. So agility makes us very agile about it, that yes, we are understanding what is going to happen. That's why we say there's a gut feeling is there. That is a part of that, sir. And when it is there, it is a capacity to adapt to the changing circumstances and situation with the ease and flexibility. So we are not very stubborn when we accept it, right? We know that we have to change ourselves. Tomorrow, the driverless cars are going to come very soon, and we cannot keep on self-driving, right? The non-gear cars have come. People are utilizing that car. So lot many new things are coming. So we have to adopt it, and we have to have the agile to take the things happen. And that's why the world is going to rule the things. And that's why we will be not be obsolete. We will be a part of the entire scenario, which is very important. So very clear, sir, the 6 very beautiful A's that we all follow: assertiveness, acceptability, awareness, adherence, adoption, and agility. Now, when there is a positive part, what should not be there? I'm sure we all are aware about it. And I just want to highlight it here. Never be argumentative. You know that about. Anxiousness should not be there. We should be waiting to get the things done. Aggression should not be there. Assertiveness is a part of that. And there should not be any anger on this. So why I said about it, I like to highlight it. Argumentative, if we are argumentative, it pursued your audience, don't fight with them. We should be pursuing it in the assertive way. If you start fighting, it's a very old theory. If you win the argument, you lose the entire people. And if you want to win the people, you should not be argumentative. I'm not saying that don't win the argument, but it has to be with a lot of data which has to be presented, and then only it has to be substantial with that, sir. Second point is anxiousness, right? Because if you become so anxious, oh my God, it is going to hit our brain. Feeling anxious is not a scenario about it. Take little time, take pause. That's why I say that never ever react. Never ever react in any bad situation. Think, take a pause. And that's what we have learned in the leadership part, because managing 900 people in my company with 1500 crore business in India, right? We were never reacting. We were tense, but we thought let us respond on the things in a positive way. Start a creative project. Choose compassion and love. Start appreciating the people, which is going to make a difference. And believe you me, especially I'll say in India, we have forgotten to appreciate the people in the smallest thing. But I love the culture of the other part, in the US, UK and all. Small thing you will say, they immediately say, thank you so much for this. I feel gratitude about it. I'm humbled about it. These words doesn't cost anything, but these words fill the person's mind with a positiveness. That is one very important thing. Aggression and anger. Aggression and anger are the first step on the slippery slope to chaos, because in aggression and anger, we forget the entire thing, and then we slip. And once we slip, we know that what is going to happen. So this is very, very important. Now coming to the, after A, coming to the B part, which is there. B, what we are following it. We are following it, being the broad-minded. Yes, bountiful, beginner, bookish, balanced, brave. Why I said so? That these are the attributes which you all have, which we all have. That's why again I keep on repeating. We have rose to this wonderful position, and we are able to see the future ahead, and we are able to build others as well, sitting at the different capacity and the different level. So when we said about the broad-minded, open mind, it's like opening the door, right? And open mind, the only way new things can get in. So that's why I said that today, again, technology, we are going to learn from Mr. Sahu. So we have to be very open. Let us embrace the things which is required. Let us learn the new situation which is required, and the open mind is going to be a very healthy mind. And healthy mind, healthy body. and healthy understanding. Then being bountiful, the winning factor is never resources. It is a resourceful. Again, I repeat, never resources. Resources are available across. But how we are going to be resourceful, it is more important, because the other people, they bank on us that how we are resourceful for them. Right? We have plenty of the resources, but if you are able to support somebody, help somebody, we are the real people who are a bountiful people. So how to be resourceful? Very simple language, very simple way, creativity, but with persistence, creativity and persistence. So our relationship, either it is in the home, either in the corporate world, or either in the professional world, wherever it is, let us put our relationship to work. Arm ourselves with the knowledge. Knowledge it is a real requirement. Optimize our system, and it is free. Use it, because not many things are available in the world, and we all have grown. I personally say we all, because I have grown. So I'll say that there were a lot of resources available, and I have gained the things. And today, whatever the situation is there, like me, so many people have gained it, and they have become in this way. Be a beginner. Just starting won't achieve, right? So whatever, just staring won't achieve, because if we see the goal, oh my God, keep on seeing the goal. No, 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 no. It is a dream, which is we are dreaming it. But unless and until we know that we have not worked to the dream, we all not have reached to this position, sir. Sir, you all are there in US. You would have the dream, sir, when you are there in Hyderabad, you in Telangana, Andhra Pradesh, wherever. But sir, you have taken that step to ensure that dream should come true. And that's why I always say that every person in the leadership way, every person in the human way, that you have to work on the dreams, and so that you should be able to achieve it, which is very important. And like a beginner, be very open-minded. Nothing is going to harm to us, because there will be sometimes some backdrop will happen, but failure doesn't mean that we are not going to further go ahead, which is very important, sir. Begin small steps, add to the success. Suppose we want to go on the 10th floor, we cannot jump directly. Of course, lifts are, escalators are there, but it is the steps when we start. So the first step, second step, third step, and that is the way, sir, we all have reached to this level of the success. And we are still going ahead, because the dreams are there to ensure. I hear like being bookish. Today a reader, tomorrow a leader. Believe you me, sir, because we all have learned. I have personally learned. If I would have been simply a graduate, I would have not gone so many things. Same thing with all of you, sir, because the more we learn, it gives us a knowledge, and the knowledge gives us the wisdom. And today, the world requires the wisdom of a leader. And that is very, very important for anybody and everybody, sir. Then be brave. When we say brave means it is not going to hit somebody. Be brave to take the decisions, right? The pros and cons are there, but we should not be shy on taking the decision. You all are there, sir. I am here, sir. We all have taken the decision. I come from a very small place, UP Gorakhpur. I have taken the decision. No, I will be failing, but I will not be failing every time. I will be going ahead, and I'll making the difference and all. And that is the reason, sir, we have to take the risk, and that is the true attribute of any leader, sir. Take risk. If you win, you will be happy, right? And if you lose, you will be wise. So next time when we take the risk, that thing which we have lost, it is going to help us. Oh my God, these roads are not going toward the success part. So let us take some other road, so that when we are wise, we'll take a better road, and then we'll be able to get the success, which is very important. Then, sir, people, they only, here I always believe, people, they only work, only work. No, there has to be a work-life balance, because for whom you are working first is for yourself, for your beautiful family, right? And then it is for the outside of the world. So when we are able to take care for the family, then a lot of happiness will be there. Believe you me, sir. And I have personally seen that if my family is happy, I am happy, because there is no tension. So the work-life balance is very important. And if we inculcate this work-life balance, this is going to be inculcated at our workplace, because that enjoyment will be there. That will be an affection to go to the place where we are working every day in the morning when we get up. Oh my God, God has given me such a wonderful day. Today, I'm going to finish these things. Today, I'm going to add happiness in so many persons' lives. Today, I'm going to finish these things. And this is the same thing which will be attributed to the other person. So simple, very, very simple, sir, which we are aware about it. 5 tips to work-life balance. when to say no. Of course, we cannot please everybody. That's what somebody said about it. If we want to please everybody, we should be an ice cream seller. We don't want to be an ice cream seller. So we know that where has to say no. Leave work at work. We cannot carry the work at home, which I'm sure the people from the US, the people from UK and the different part and the world, which is the developed world, they understand it very well. We Indians, we are understanding it, but other places, people, they understand it very well. I salute to them. Learn how to work smart. Today, we talk about the smart work, which is very important. Listen to your body, to you and your body, because it always said that if we are healthy, we are wealthy. Again, I repeat, if we are healthy, we are wealthy. Whatever the money which we have, if we don't have the health, we are no more. A small example, sir, we all have heard about Mr. Jntuh-AA-USA, 60,000 crores worth, but he was on the wheelchair. He was severe diabetic. What is going to happen when the health is not there? How you are able to enjoy your beautiful money which you have gathered that is there? And I always believe, sir, avoid procrastination. Sometimes we say, okay, we'll do it tomorrow. Why tomorrow? Who has seen tomorrow? Are we Nostradamus? Or are we a God? We should know about that tomorrow. No, we are not aware about tomorrow. So let us do it today, because today is the right time, right day to make the thing. So this is the way that if you do it, then we will have the work-life balance as well. So very simple. Again, broad-minded, bountiful, beginner, bookish, balanced, brave. These all things are there. And couple of the things which we are aware about it, we should not be doing it. I'm sure whosoever are the leaders, I'm sure you are the respected people. You are not doing it, and the same things we are inculcating to the others, right? Backbiting, belittling, buttering, and bossy. When I say about the backbiting, karma has no menu. You get what you deserve it. If you do this thing, backbiting, somebody else is going to do the backbiting for us, because people are very sharp. They understand the thing, they will not say in front of us, but on the back side, they will do the same thing what we did it, because people, they love to do it because you have enjoyed that backbiting. So we should not do it. And I'm sure we are not doing it as well. Second is belittling, right? See, nobody is inferior in this beautiful world, right? God has made us. We are the creation of the God. And when the God has created us, I always say, it is his creation that we cannot belittle somebody else. Every person has come with this strength, right? It is our responsibility as a leader to utilize that strength and to make it on a bigger platform. That's why we can build, as a leader, we can build them as a pillar to our organization or wherever we are working. It is very important. So make them feel important, and believe me, the smallest person is ready to help, right? If you are start putting and encouraging, inspiring, aspiring for the new thing which is there, sir. Second thing is buttering. Buttering is very, very bad. Very bad. Don't be a leader who butters to slide into success. There are some leaders, gone are the days where the buttering was very important. It was there in the government offices here in India. I should not speak, but I must be very candid in speaking it. Buttering will not take you, because buttering will have the very subdued type of the leaders. And it is, don't be a leader who wants to be buttered. That's what another point I say, being bossy. Leader creates leader, not followers. Leader creates leader. Today, sir, even this situation has been changed. There should be such a beautiful leadership style. When you are sitting with a group of 10 people, right? No, an outsider should not observe that who is the leader here. That is the way we have to inculcate the leadership. That is the way we have to strengthen our people, that when we are not there, then the entire thing will start moving the way it is required by you sitting somewhere in the remote place. And that is the way of using leadership, not being the bossy part. So again, we all know, sir, we have to be a coach. We have to be on the goodwill, generate enthusiasm, because enthusiasm can make a poor person, an unwell person to do lot many things. Always say we did it, right? We all did it, right? Either somebody has done little or somebody has done 90%, but it is the we which makes a difference. Fixes the breakdown because we are together. Shows how it is done. That's what Mr. John Maxwell said, that it shows, it goes, it takes you to things. Then develop the people, because I like to tell you, sir, one of the book which I read long back and which has again initiated me. There's a book by Mr. Henry, not Mr. Henry Ford, Mr. Henry, and the book is named is Die Empty. Right? In that book, he asked to the people that where is the maximum knowledge is there. Somebody said in the institution, somebody said somewhere here, universities, colleges and all, said no. The maximum knowledge is in the graveyard, because the people who are knowledgeable, they have not developed their next generation. They are not given that knowledge to the next generation. So that is very important. The scenario has changed. You have to part the knowledge. And the old wordings of our Indian mythology says, if you give something in abundance, God gives you back in abundance. If you give something to somebody, God gives you back in abundance. So if you start sharing the knowledge, it will come to you in a bigger way, better way. Keep giving the credit, which I'm sure we all will be giving. Keep on asking the question like a small child, that yes, what to know, where, how, when, which way. If these questions are there, we are very clear, because we can see a clear roadmap and say, let's go together, which is very important. Then I'm coming to the next part. Before I should go for the C part, I would like to also highlight one very important thing, sir. Gone are the days when we have the tunnel mindset. Because why we say about the tunnel mindset? Tunnel mindset always take us toward the one angle, right? But today we have to have the ship mindset. And this is the terminology, because I am a part of Leadership Excellence Harvard. I am a life member. This is the terminology which they use it now. And they say when you have the ship mindset as a leader, then you know where is your destination, you know where is your goal. But at the same time, you are able to see the entire surroundings. So you are aware about it, how the things are happening, what not is happening. So today, a leader have to have the shift mindset, which is very important, instead of a tunnel mindset, because so many things are happening in the environment and you don't know what other things will be required when it is the real requirement on the table, at the table, while discussing with anybody and everybody. Now coming to the C part, sir. Communicative, committed, connected, consistent, confident, creative. These are the 6 C factors are there, which I'm sure if any of the eminent member must be seeing here, they must be evaluating here that yes, these things are happening with them. You are a good communicator, you are a good commitment person. So many things are there, no change in that. Because I want to resonate with you only, sir. So if you communicate, right, there are the multiple types of communication: verbal, non-verbal, written, and visual. And all these communication makes a difference. Verbal is be very strong, confident, very important, because if you talk the truth, if you talk to the point, then the people will be able to understand it. Non-verbal, happiness, and the enthusiasm which is coming up. So that, see, in our Indian mythology, we say that there is a God in every molecule, every part, right? Kan kan mein hai Ram. It is a very old saying is there, and it is true also. Today, the quantum science is talking about it, that whatever we see, whatever we speak, whatever we say, the surrounding, the aura. In the movie, used to say that God will have aura. Every person is having that aura. Now, it depends upon us that what aura we create, a positive aura or a negative aura. So be very positive. Visuals, written, all things are very important. 7 C's of communication: clear, to the point, concrete, correct, coherent, complete, and courteous. These are the 7 C's of communication. This is not a new thing. We all are aware about it. And most of the people, most of the leaders, they implement it in their working places or even at the home also. So commitment, the second part is the commitment. The difference between the excellence and mediocrity is commitment. Why there is an excellent person, the person who excels? People, they go to the gym, right? Only for the sake of going to the gym they go. But the people, they are very clear that, oh my God, I have to reduce my weight. I have to ensure my muscles. I have to take my protein diet, right? This is the difference between a mediocre person who go chit chat on the WhatsApp, this and that, and say, oh my God, I spend my 1.5 hours in the gym. I'm just giving a very, very different example because that's what I have seen at the multiple places, right? So this is the difference, and the 9 basic ingredients of a successful commitment is very, very simple. Think twice before making a commitment. Let me tell you, sir, I am a very open person about me. I always say when I don't know, I say, no, I want to learn from you and I don't want to commit about it. And here Naveen will agree with me that when he was talking to me about 2 times that when you will be coming, I said, no, Naveen, my dates are already booked. But next time I'll be a part of it and I'll be ensuring. So commitment means commitment. And when they're committed, One should not be changing it because it is not going to give a good values to us. The second part is, sorry, I came to the same slide. I'm going to the next slide. Honor your word. If somebody commit and accept the responsibility, please honor it, which is very important because that commitment is going to give a lot of respect, not in front of the person, but when you are not there in the room. That is the way that a leadership style is being built for any leader. Expect the best, right? When you expect the best, put your complete trust and faith. Today, somewhere we miss the trust on somebody, right? Or faith on somebody. But if you put your complete trust and faith in the commitment that you make, it is going to encourage us to focus on the long-term potential, which is very, very important for anybody. Keep the relations front and center. Respect the relation, which is very important because work will be there. But at the same time, emotional intelligence today we talk, post-COVID, right? People, they are not meeting, but COVID has taught us that yes, relationship is very, very important and it is the need of the hour. Give first, give with the open hand, right? That's why I said, if you give, the God will give us in abundance, right? Because there are so many people waiting for you, for us, because we are the resourceful people. Make yourself vulnerable, be honest and transparent. Sometimes it may not be good for the people who wants that, oh my God, why this guy is talking about it? But the honesty is the best policy, and we all have read during our school days. Demonstrate your loyalty, which is very important, which we are aware. Watch each other's back. Promote opportunities where everyone wins. Like it's a win-win situation, right? When we talk about it, watch each other's back. See, normally when I used to launch the brand and doing the meeting, I used to give a task to my people, right? There are 10 people in the core committee in the boardroom, right? That tomorrow there will be some launch will be there. Please come with one idea. And let us discuss the idea. We are not going to condemn the idea. But the second day when we used to discuss the 10 ideas with the guys, they used to come. Maybe we may accept one idea and the second idea. But all the people, when we go out from that particular boardroom, we all carry the 10 ideas with us. That is the very, very important on the commitment part. Think as one, build together, grow together. That's what a right example of building together, going together, winning together. Ultimately, the goal of a leader is that everybody in the team should be a winner. And that is the real tribute to a leader, which is important. Coming to that, staying connected, right? So our network is our net worth. I can say network. Today, COVID has again shown us. Today, I'm talking to all of you, the senior member, the great members from US. This network is there. I'm very happy that I'm able to inculcate this net worth of yours, which is very there while talking to you. Today we talk, it is a social distancing. Yes, I agree. We all agree. I am from Ahmedabad. Naveen is from Hyderabad. He's talking from there, right? Mr. Sahu is from Pune. But social distancing is not there. So stay connected. Humility, humanity, compassion is the real need of the hour. Learn to help others to learn. Learn to help others, right? And also help others to learn. In that way, it will be a win-win situation. Consistency. I always say ruthless consistency, the foundation of the success. Yes, we have to be consistent in our effort and success is going to work. We know that. Then the diamond is going to shine when it is going to be rubbed. So many times, right? So many are there in the core which has been there. But when it has been shining, then the value of the diamond, it increases. So the foundation of the success is ruthless consistency. And how to be more consistent? We are aware about it. Make only one change at a time. Today we talk about the multiple tasking. No. People, they love multiple tasking. No. Be very clear, consistent, finish the task, go to the other part. In an exercise in the way you enjoy. Do it now. Take action even if you don't want it because that's the requirement of there. No procrastination in that. Plan ahead so you are always prepared. Like what we all must be planning. We have the planner. I used to do my 3 months planning. So we are very prepared about it. My team used to have the 3 months plan. There are changes are there, 10%, 15%, but 85% we were sticking about that plan and we were gaining the thing which is required by the organization, the profitability, the growth, the consistency which is there. And don't let perfect be the enemy of the God. Don't let perfect be the enemy of the good. So don't work only for the perfection, perfection, perfection. Nobody is perfect in the world. Only God is perfect. We are near to the perfection. So that is very important. Make a mistake, get right back on the track. That's what they fail is first attempt in learning. Creative thinking skills. Again, today we talk about the creative skills, which is very important. Top creative thinking skills, analytical. Today we talk about AI. What is that? This all the data has been fed in that. And there is statistical data which is coming up, right? Which is coming up and which is going to help. Open-minded to learn, to understand, to be creative, out of the box thinking, problem solver. Because it is always said, nobody wants to ride on a tancher car. People, they want to have a car which is fully loaded, nicely working. So we should be a problem solver. Organization being able to structure a plan with clear goals and deadlines. That's what our requirement is on the top position. And communication, we should be learning about it, which are clear. A right communication, to the point communication, on dot communication, and in the written or the skills which is really required. I always say here, sir, that there are three types of the people are there in this universe, right? And one is a pillar to the community or to the organization. Second is a filler, because they just go because they are working for that. And the third one is a puller, because they don't do anything and they keep on doing the backstabbing. So we have always to be there to ensure that we should be a pillar. And wherever the pillars are always respected by anybody and everybody. So C to follow again, communicative, committed, calculative, connected, consistent, confident, and creative. And there are some things C's are there which should not be following it, which is a cunningness, right? Because nobody wants a person who is a cunning person. Carelessness, complexity, confusion, and cynical. When I say the cunningness part, may you win once with your cunningness, only once. But next time, gone, definitely no in the end. Cunningness is not insustainable. So it is very, very important. We should be very open about it. Second part, I like to highlight it, that carelessness. Carelessness is there, then we will not be there in this beautiful world, because we have to be careful. We, instead of being careless, too careful, thoughts to be careless. If the balance is not there, again, we'll be slipping, which is very important. So careless should not be there, because we can't take the thing as granted. Again, actions again speak about the things. So there are multiple things are there. Then coming to the complexity, I always say, let it be a KISS approach. KISS is like keep it short and simple. Don't go around. My God, if you start talking, it will utter confusion will come in somebody's mind, and the person will not be able to understand what is the requirement, where is the goal, which way to go, and it is the thing. So ask the right question, communicate the right answer, and clear the confusion. That is the job of a leader, and I'm sure we all are doing it. That's the reason we are raised to this beautiful position and the level. Then coming to the D, which is very important, right? Tailoringness, dedication, determination, deserving, discipline, desiring. These are the D's are there which we all are following it, and I'm sure this is a basic requirement of any leader which is there. And what I'm speaking, if you write the attributes of any leader in the world, you will find that all 90% of the attributes are there of such leaders. So daring, take risk. Sir, today you all are the best example. Sitting in US from Telangana. You are the best example. Sir, coming from Telangana, coming from there, you are the daring people who took the risk, and today you are the best of the best position, sir. So be there when the world needs you. Dare to fail, right? Dare to fail. And today, see, doctors have shown in the entire world, everybody started going in front of themselves. Determination. It is a very, very important. Whatever you are, once you are determined, that's what I've shown this rhino. And he's thinking that I want to become like a horse. Determination makes the person very agile about it. Then, sir, determination is never gives up, never say never. This is my wording. Never give up and never say never. In my dictionary, never is not a word, sir. Right? And my dictionary, try is not a word. I say, okay, I will do it. I will ensure it, right? And if I say 3 times, my mind, my brain start working that how I will be completing that task, which is very important. And second part is, I never say that it cannot happen. It happens because impossible, we all know, it comes with I am possible. Crawling is acceptable. Falling is acceptable. Puking is acceptable. Blooding is acceptable. Sweat is acceptable. Pain is acceptable. But quitting is not acceptable. We are the human. God has given us beautiful brain, 206 bones. Then how we should be quitting on the things? Because ultimately it's a human who has built this entire beautiful world with their brain, with their determination, which is very important. Dedication and discipline, sir. You can see this one person doesn't have the hands and all, but the dedication, practice makes the man perfect, which is very important. Then discipline, we are what we repeatedly do. So therefore, excellence is not an F, it is an habit. Habit. Perfection is different, excellence is different. I said that we cannot be perfect, but we can be near to the perfection. But excellence is one thing that we can do, we can ensure, we should attempt. I never said try, we should attempt for the excellence. And let us make it a habit that every time, whatever the way we do it, it should be toward the excellence way, so that we should be satisfied. And once we are totally satisfied, we know that we are having the empathy. The other person sitting on the other side of the table will also accept the thing. It is not that I am giving 9 to you, you are able to see 6. No, if I am giving 9 to you, you can also see the 9 from my eyes. So these not to follow discrimination, doubtfulness, depression, dishonesty, and defaulting. Today we talk about the gender equality, right? In SDG goals, we talk about the gender equality 17 by 2030, United Nations has taken. But this is the very, very important funda. And today we all talk about the women leadership in many positions. So no discrimination. We should be helping the women to become a leader because they have emotional intelligence, empathy, understanding. So many things are there. So no discrimination is required. It is not in terms of the money that why a male person should get more and the female should get, it should be equal because they all have the same capacity and capability to make the things happen. Excellence comes where every person is treated and respected equally. And I'm sure, especially in the developed countries, it is very, very common, but it's still, when I keep on taking my understanding from the people from they still say that still there is a changes there, but the women has to be further taken up in a bigger way and a better way. Doubt and depression, it is like drowning of your battery, right? So it is your battery is going to drown. So if you are in the doubt, then you always be in the doubt and the depression is going to come. So how to fight the doubt and depression? Practice self-compassion. So there is a difference between a compassion. You should be compassionate. But how you are going to be compassionate? Unless and until you don't have self-compassion, how you can be compassionate with others? So self-compassion is a very, very beautiful exercise. One must do, one should do. And when you will do the self-compassion, you will be compassionate for the other people. Remember your past achievements. Yes, this is very important because today we have reached to this level. It was not a cakewalk, right? It was not on the entire bed of roses, but there were hurdles were there. And then hurdles we have crossed and today we have achieved this wonderful world. Another thing is not compare yourself to others. We are the best. In the morning when I brush up the teeth, right? Let us say I am the best in the world. God has given me today opportunity. So I don't want to compare. We have a lot of attributes to us. Then why should compare? I have my strength. I'm going to build my strength further, which is very important. Be mindful of your thinking. There is a mindful and mindfulness. So when I say mindfulness, F-U-L-L comes. And here is mindful is thinking one task at a time. Thinking one task at a time. So you are mindful. Your mind is towards that. You are acknowledging the things and your focus is there. It's like a Arjun eye, which is a mindful. And mindfulness is, oh my God, cluttering of so many things. You spend time with the supportive people, because they are your pillars and they will give the right things to us. They are going to guide us that, yes, this is the thing right. So supportive people are always there to help. Find validation from within, from inside, and identify our values, which is very important. Then dishonesty, absolutely no. Never ever be dishonest. If we are not able to succeed, it doesn't mean we should become a dishonest. That's what the true leadership style. And the requirement of the leadership is to be strong, but not rude. to be kind, but not weak. One people should not understand my kindness that I'm weak. No, I'm a strong guy, but I'm kind because I have humility, compassion, self-compassion. Be bold, clear about it, right? When we say in India, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, Law Purush, but then Iron Man, but not a bully person. Boldness doesn't make a bully person. Be thoughtful, right? The thoughts are there to build ahead, to go ahead, but not lazy. Be humble, right? But cannot be timid. Be proud. We are proud. We should be proud that yes, we have reached to this particular ladder of the success, but we are not arrogant because with that pride, we are able to build somebody else's life and they will be able to shine in the coming time. Have humor, but without folly. This is all. And thank you so much for giving this wonderful time to me. And this is all my talk. And I, with the due permission of Mr. Naveen, sir, I want to stop with this presentation. Can I? And gratitude to JNTUH University and Naveen ji for such a lovely, wonderful, beautiful opportunity.
Excellent. And I would like to invite Suresh Somisetti garu to do the vote of thanks to PK Rajput ji.
Naveen, see if anybody wants to ask any question or anything.
Yep.
This topic.
Sure. And yeah, sorry about that. And please let us know. Maybe we can spend another 5 minutes to take 1 or 2 questions from the audience.
Particularly youngsters, those who has any.
So I will ask one question. My name is Subra Aryasomayajula, right? So
Yeah.
I want to ask a question, right? Let me turn the video on to briefly. So in this very political world, where all the relationships are extremely political, right? What is in there for me when I'm looking for any kind of a network, etc. So how do you, when sir has spoken, he has spoken with all honesty, all good faith, right? How do you balance that with this?
Sir, again, Subra sir, very, very good question. And this political world is not going to diffuse now, right? It is going to increase. So we have to accept it and we have to live about it. Now it is as a senior person, when you have traveled the journey from 1 year, the first year to the 50 years, 60 years of the time, that wisdom is going to help us that what to be taken and what to be left over, sir. Right? Because it is your scenario. And in your scenario, sir, you have led your life for so many years of the time. You have seen the success, sir. You have seen there is pullers are there. I not say failures, right? So we have to be aware about that pullers, which are very important. And as a visionary person, having the wisdom, we have to bifurcate, which is very, very important, sir. So, and sir, politics is going to be there. Politics cannot be stopped. There was a different politics. Now is a different politics, and tomorrow is going to be a different politics. But it depends on what I am going to have. It is like my mother has served me 26 types of the food which she has prepared. But I love the 5, which is important thing, which I love to eat because that is my, it is going to fulfill my satiety, sir.
Thank you very much, sir. I kept in mind young people when I asked this question, right? Because like you said, we lived our life for most part. We know how to deal with a lot of things. But
correct, sir. That is true. That's why I said, sir, that we all have done. Sir, we have seen the hurdles, right? But I never say hurdle. We have seen the opportunities. We have seen the barriers, but we came out from the barrier. That's why we all are successful people. Today, whenever I talk to any person who is a successful person, and everybody is successful, they have seen multiple, and that's why they have crossed it, and today they are in this position.
Right. Thank you very much, sir. It was great listening to you. Thank you very much. Namaskar.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Just to add also some of the things that we also learn in the process. Whenever necessity comes to that particular situation, you never came across, but then, you tend to learn from that experience.
Agreed, sir. That's why we say na ki necessity is the mother of invention.
Mother of invention.
Yeah. So that is right. And sir, that's why I say that the wisdom plays a vital role. Because the knowledge and experience put together, it gives us the wisdom so that we can come out in a different way. And today we succeed on the thing, which is important.
Excellent. So any more questions from the group? And if you are watching it on YouTube, also you can put it in the form of comments. We will monitor it. I think there are about 6 participants on YouTube. If you guys have any questions, please put it in the comment.
Go ahead further.
Yeah. Thank you for excellent workshop, excellent session on this one. Thank you, Rajputji, for your time. On behalf of JNTU, we would like to thank you for the insightful webinar on the ABCDs of the leadership, that your expertise and passion for the topic were very evident. And I genuinely appreciate the valuable lessons that we learned, and the concepts you discussed, like 6 ABCDs, very, very nicely put in the slides, and the slides were very interesting. With all the action figures. Wow, it takes a lot of dedication and a lot of effort to put those slides. And your ability to break down the complex leadership principles into practical actionable steps is truly commendable. Thank you once again for your time and dedication in delivering such a meaningful webinar. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
Rajputji. Thank you, sir. I'm humbled and I'm blessed.
Yeah, thank you. Anyway, I don't think any management courses or MBA courses will teach all this in a short time, all this in brief. That was great.
Yeah, it was a delight listening to you once again, sir. And with that, let me introduce the second speaker for today, Praveen Sahu. He is a TOGAF certified API development lead at a leading banking technology center in India. And he is an experienced delivery lead with a demonstrated history of working in the information technology, banking domain, and also services industry. He's highly skilled in product management, and apart from that, he's TOGAF 9.2 certified, and he's passionate about analytics, AWS, big data, machine learning, Oracle databases, Cassandra, MariaDB, microservices, REST web service, messaging, and agile methodologies, and a strong information technology professional with a Bachelor of Engineering in Information Technology and MTech in Data Science. And he's looking to grow his career in artificial intelligence leadership, deep learning models design, planning, development, and delivery. He's one of the hardcore techies that I've come across in my entire professional careers, and we are fortunate to have him as the second speaker for today's webinar. And Praveen, on behalf of the entire JNTU Hyderabad Alumni Association based out of USA, I heartily welcome you to this webinar, and thank you first of all for accepting to spend time with us, and really appreciate you joining us today. And over to you, Praveen. Thank you.
Professor Rajput Garu, if you want to hang around, you can hang around. If you want, you can hang around.
No. I will be learning.
You don't need to leave if you want.
Yeah, he's there.
Yeah, please.
Okay,
You're welcome to join.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay,
Because
first of all,
technology is one of the things is very important, because I keep learning. Thank you, sir.
first of all, I thank Naveen and JNTU for giving me this opportunity to talk something about AI and Python. Okay, and also I thank Mr. Ratu sir for a wonderful session. Okay, I have learned a lot. Okay, sir, I have learned a lot from you today. So basically, if I say, okay, you have mentioned many times about artificial intelligence in your session. Okay, and it's just like a wonderful thought you have given for AI, and how to behave in our day-to-day life. So thank you all for giving and imparting that knowledge. With that, I'll start why I'm presenting this session of AI. So everyone knows from last 1 year, okay, ChatGPT has taken over internet crazy, right? So if you go anywhere and if you want to need some help, okay, just like you want to prepare your CV, if you want to prepare some data sheet, okay, you can go to the ChatGPT, OpenAI ChatGPT, and you can take a help from it, and your work will definitely going to reduce, okay, with the help of that. So many people are now utilizing that ChatGPT, okay, for their day-to-day work as well. Okay, I have seen a number of sessions organized by various institutes. Okay, how to utilize the Chat GPT in a better way. Okay, so I'm not going to talk about it, but I'm going to talk about the basics. What is AI and how AI is, getting so much popularity these days. Okay, the popularity of AI, artificial intelligence, is due to the uh, Python. Okay, so Python is an open source programming language, and that gives a good platform to the artificial intelligence, and a number of, you can say, a countless libraries are there for machine learning and other things. Many developers are contributing to the open AI, and they are sharing their knowledge, imparting what they have proven in past, and what are their plans. So people are collaborating and taking advantage of Python. Okay, to is to read, learn, and do something good in the AI industry. And now AI is changing the face of every industry, right? So let me share my screen, and I'll start with Chat GPT. Okay, though it's not part of my presentation, but I'll try to start with Chat GPT. Okay, so what Chat GPT is? So let those who know, I think it's good, but those who don't have tried Chat GPT, I'll just going to share it. Okay, so hope my screen is visible.
Yes, yes, Praveen.
Okay, so this is Chat GPT. Okay, and we can see it is chat.openai.com. So OpenAI is hosting this Chat GPT, and this is the Chat GPT version 3.5. And currently the latest version is Chat GPT 4. Plan for Chat GPT 5 is still going on, and maybe in 2-3 years that will come to common person. Okay, but as of now, Chat GPT 4 is live. So now if I want to try something, okay, if let's what is the future of AI? Okay, what is the future of AI? Okay, okay, so now you can see, right? It is collecting some data, and based on that data, it is showing some kind of context, and then advising something. Advancement is deep learning, explainable AI and ethics, AI in healthcare, autonomous system, natural language processing, AI in creativity, in education. So everywhere you can see, be it the healthcare, be it education, be it IT industry, everywhere ChatGPT is going to take over in some time. Okay, and it is going to help. So basically we are trying here for the augmentation. Okay, so what augmentation is that? We are going to take help from machines or computers to help humans. Okay, so augmented reality and augmented learning is the new thing that we will be going to see in near future, within 1 or 2 years. So now I come back to the basics of it. So I have designed this session first with the Python basics, and then with the machine learning and AI basics. So I will touch upon the very basics of it. So machine learning itself is a very vast, and we cannot cover everything in this session. But yeah, I'll give some pointers, and you can take ahead from here. So let's start with the Python. Okay, so okay, so is my PPT visible?
No, 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 no.
Not yet.
Okay, so let me reshare. Hope it is visible now.
Yes.
Okay, so Python. Okay, how does this language come into existence? Okay, you might be wondering who is this person, right? So this is Guido van Rossum, and he's the creator of Python. Okay, so he started creating Python in the year 1989. Okay, he was basically building his Christmas project in 1989, and he have developed something good. Okay, that is emerged as Python language. So Python was started as a Christmas holiday project in 1989, and the name Python was taken from BBC's TV show, Monty's Python's, okay, Monty Python's Flying Circus. Python is a high-level language, general-purpose programming language. Python is a dynamically typed and garbage collected. It supports multiple paradigms, including structured, object-oriented, and functional programming. So latest version of Python is 3.12, okay, and it is pre-released actually. So this is the latest version of Python. So now we are going to see basic difference with Python and Java. So Java is the most popular programming language in the planet, everyone knows, and Python is now becoming the same. It is also known to almost every person which is working in technology. So Python is going to kind of share the space with Java. So we will compare Python with Java for few parameters, just like code. So in Python, we need very fewer lines of code to be written. In Java, comparatively, we have to write more lines of code. Framework supported by Python is like Django, Flask, Streamlit. So these are the web frameworks. And similarly, Java supports a large number of frameworks, Spring, Hibernate, Struts, and so on. In terms of speed, if we say Python is a bit slower, why? Because it is a interpreted language, and Java is fast because it is a compiled language. So mostly Java is viewed as a compiled language, but Java also has compiled plus interpreted. So compilation is like Python is an interpreter, and its code is scrutinized line by line. So every line is read at the time of execution. While Java is like compile plus interpreted. So you have written something, it change your code into bytecode, and that bytecode is now read by JVM, and then JVM returns the result based on your bytecode. Database, in terms of database connectivity, with database is weaker in Python, though few people are using Python in database as well, but most of the time Java is considered a very strong database connectivity. Now when I say Python is a object-oriented program, it perfectly suits the object-oriented program because it supports multiple inheritance. Okay, but in Java we only support partial inheritance. Okay, so it is like Python wins over here in multiple interface. Static versus dynamic. So Python is a dynamically typed language and Java is a static typed language. Portability. So Python is less portable, as we know that it is interpreted. So we need an interpreter when we try to run something which is already written. But in case of Java, it is highly portable because the bytecode can be run in anywhere with JVM, and it is like uh, kind of supported with other versions as well. Just like if you want to write a code in Java 7, so backward compatibility says that Java 6 should be supported. So your Java 6 code should be supported on Java 7, but that is not the case with Python. So some of the uh, libraries or some of the syntax do not support in the new versions of Python. So it is less portable in terms of that. Famous companies that is utilizing this technology is like Uber, Dropbox, Google for Python, and Java is used in famous companies like Airbnb, Netflix, Spotify, Instagram. So everybody has known about Netflix because Netflix has given the term microservices, and it has kind of very ahead of time when they brought that microservices into picture. Machine learning libraries like TensorFlow and PyTorch are there in Python, and in Java we have Weka and deep learning. So why choose Python, right? Python is easy to learn and it's free. Better code readability. So when you write something, you know what you are writing. Countless libraries. So there are countless libraries, and most popular libraries are like Matplotlib, Pandas, scikit-learn, and NumPy. Suitable for scientific research and AI. So this is most suitable language. So before Python taking over scientific research, R was the most popular language for scientific research and AI, but now Python has taken over it. Then it is popular for IoT. It can be integrated with almost every application. Styles is like you can try with scripts, or you can write program like object oriented. So both are possible. So I'm going to give a demo with scripts today. What are the disadvantages of Python? Okay, so used in fewer platforms. So why it is a disadvantage, right? So when it is used in a fewer platforms, if you want to solve some problems, it might be there that you don't have solution for it, okay, because it is used in fewer platforms. Slower, as we know that it is interpreted language. And then weak in mobile application, though it is good in web application, but it is weak in mobile application. Now we'll see the uses of Python. Okay, where Pythons are used. It is used in every general purpose applications, data science and application development. It is used in machine learning, deep learning, artificial intelligence, and robotics. It is used in data analytics. It is used in networking and web development. So these are the few resources I have taken from it. So this is all about Python. Okay, so I am now going to share you the working of Python. Okay, how Python works, how Python looks like. So I have planned this in Colab. So Google Colab is one of the tool that you can utilize without installing any Python. Okay, XC. So that is very usable. And if you want to run it from anywhere, you can store your code into Google Colab, and you can run it from anywhere. So you are not dependent anymore on your local machine or local laptops. You can run it from anywhere. So let's begin the Python basics. So let me share the okay. So is my screen visible now? Sorry, sorry for
Yeah.
asking. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So
So
let's say
you're able to see the browser. Is that the one that you wanted to share?
yes, yes.
Okay.
It's written Python basics. So I'll start with it. So if I execute this, okay, it will give like, okay. So this is Google Colab where you can write your code. So this is a scripted type of code. Okay. And when I run this code, okay, you can see it is like very easy to understand. I have given some variable name like Praveen and day like Saturday, and message like, hi there, this is something and today is something. And then I have passed something into the format like name and day. And if you see, I have just printed the message. So if I want to see something, I can print that. Okay. So here you can see the output. Hi there, this is Praveen and today is Saturday. Okay. So let's start with the variable. What is variable? So if you have learned any of the programming language, you very well know that what is variable. So variable is a reserved memory location to store the values and a variable name must begin with alphabet underscore followed by alphabet, numbers, and underscore. So in every other language, the same kind of variable definitions are there where you can have alphabet and underscore. So let's see, I have given one number equals to 3. So when I run this, so here you can see I have not printed anything, and I want to see what is number, right? So if I give number equals to 3, okay, and then I want to see number, I can just say number, okay, it will print a number. I have taken number 3. So if I want, I can also give it like this, okay, and it will print, okay. So it has now printed, okay, I can comment this, okay. So you can now see the number I want to print is 3. So what is number? So basically Python has some data types, and every object oriented language or other functional language has some kind of data types predefined for it. So Python also has predefined data types. So predefined data types includes integers, float, okay, Boolean values, and then it comes like Python structure. So Python structure has a list, tuple, dictionary, and set. So we are going to see all this in a short while, okay. So now I want to see what is the type of number, right? I have given a variable number equals to 3, but I want to know whether it is an integer or float, right? So I have one command called type. So if I say type and number, it will give, it is a kind of integer. So it is a kind of integer type. So integer type do not have any floating values. Any decimal places are not recognized by this integer value. So now I move on to the float. Okay. So if I want to see the float number, then I have given like 99.99. Okay. And if I want to print or I want to see, I can either give the same variable name, or I can I can say print and then give the float number. It will see the result. It will give the result. And I want to see the type of float. So float is a float number is a of float type. Okay. Now if I give any character, okay, and I want to see the what is the type of that character, right? But it says it is a string. So in Python, everything is a string. Okay, there is no concept of a character or reading it like a character. So it read it as a string only. So now there is my string. I say hello world, and I type. It will type hello world, and that is a string. There is other way of printing, just like here I have printed print, and then I have given number, and then I want to see the type of the number. So here you can see number is 3 and its type is integer. Okay, similar with the float and with the string. Now we know all the basic operations like addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, right? So here I have taken two variables a and b. You can see how simple it is. Okay, so if you want to add something, you just say print a plus b, you will be getting 10. 8 plus 2 10. If you want to subtract something, you will say a minus b, it will subtract something. So this is very basic operation. You can try. And then if I want to take the user input, okay, so in certain scenarios when some programs are written which take the input line by line, right? So what is the facility in Python? So Python gives that facility as a input. Okay, so when you want to take any input, you can write that as a input. Okay, so now here if I run, okay, it will ask me, okay, enter a number. So I'll write like 5. Okay, and when I enter it, it says that you enter a number 5. But do you think this is an integer? Because I have given is a number, but do you think this is an integer? No, this is not an integer, because the input always take as a string. Okay, and if you try to print your number now and type of the number, so here you can see the number is 5 and the class is string. So what to do? In this case, we have a casting. Okay, we want to cast this string into integer. So this is known as casting. So you provide what kind of variable you are expecting from your input, and if you give this number, give this casting here, let's say I say 5. Okay, and now if I check this, okay, it will show the result. 5 is now an integer type. Okay, and if you want to do square of a number, then you can give number and asterisk asterisk and 2, and it will give the square of a number. If you want cube sum, you can do that. So now I'll go and um, uh, uh, see, like, what are the other data structures as discussed, right? So I have mentioned list. So list is an order collection of data, and it is mutable and allow duplicates. And list is created by enclosing the data within the square bracket. But here the question is, what is mutable? Okay, so mutable is the property where you cannot sorry, immutable is the property where you cannot change the list, or you cannot change the object, and mutable is the property where you can change the values of the object. So here, let's see whether a list is mutable or not. So I have taken list just like marks. So some gradings of student, okay, 35, 68, 96, 80, and 90, and I can print that. So this is a list. Okay, okay, I have not run this. Okay, okay, so now you can see it is a list, and I want to see what is the type of list, right? So I say, and it says that the type of list is type of marks, this object marks is list. Similarly, if I want to access any particular element from our list, we can access it like this. Okay, we can give the position. So every list start with position 0. Okay, so 35 is at 0th position, then 68 is at 1st position, and so on. So if I want to see at index 0, what is the marks? So it is like 35, and what is the last marks? It is like 90. Okay, so now, as I said, list is modifiable. It's a mutable, right? Let's see whether it's a mutable or not. So I have given now marks at 0 equals to 38. Let's see. Earlier we have at 0 like it's like 35. Okay. Now I want to change it. So let's see. So yeah, our marks at position 0 is changed now to 38 from 35. So this is mutable. Then comes the concept of slicing. Okay, so here you can print your list, okay, as per your start index and end index, and is exclusive. So if you don't want to give, you can leave it. Okay, so just like here in our print, I have given first 0 and the length of marks. Okay, so length is the function, predefined function in Python, which gives the actual length of the your string or your data. Okay, so here I want to print from 0 to the length. Okay, so it will print like from 38 to 90. And then here you can see I'm not giving the end, okay, end position. So here end position is empty. So here also you can see all the lists are printed. Okay, similarly, we can, if we want, we cannot also give start index, and it will then print all the values not from any particular position. Now if you want to print from any particular location, we can give that from index 2 till the 4th element. Okay, so if we run this, so here you can see 0th position is 38, 1st position is 68, and 2nd position is 96. Okay, and the 4th element, like from the list, like 38 is first, 68 is second, 96 is third, and it is the 4th, right? So when we print two colon 4, it will print 96 and 80. So starting with index 2 and up to the fourth item. Now we can also add and remove elements. Okay, so for adding, we have append. So when I say append, it is going to append that. Any question?
Could you please cut and paste those commands in the chat so people will be easy for them to save those steps for them to do. So, thanks.
Okay, I can share this collab link and you can copy that in your drive, and then you can modify it and you can use it.
Sure.
Is that help?
Yeah.
Okay, thanks. So when we say append, marks.append, so it is going to append in the last position. So our last item was 90. So it is going to append that into after that. So it is appending. But if you want to change in between, okay, we have a command called insert. So if I say marks.insert 1 and 70, so here at the first position we have 68 68 value item, right? But and when I say insert 1 and 70, it is going to add that 70 at the first, okay, index, and it is going to subsequently place other elements after 70. Okay, so this is two operations, append and insert, that is very helpful when solving most of the problems. Then comes remove. If you want to remove something, we can remove with a remove command. So this is, but there are few more Python commands that are very useful, just like sort. If we want to sort the marks, okay, then there is one function sorted, okay, and if we pass that our list to the sorted function, it will sort. Okay, so now you can see 38, 68, 80, 89, 90 and 96 in a sorted order. And if you want to reverse the sorting order, then you can say reverse equals to true, okay, and it will reverse the order. So now you can see the highest item will come into the first place, 96, then 90, 89. So these are common functions that is very useful in applying machine learning, analytics and other things. Then there is one most important thing, which is list comprehension. So what is list comprehension, right? So if you want to print something, if you want to write something, or you want to add something, okay, you have to do a for loop. And for for loop, you have to write a number of lines in a code for for loop, right? But here with the list comprehension, you can write all the statement or code in one line only, just like here. Okay, I say like passing marks is 50, right? And I want to know the subject in which I have passed. Okay, so 38 is the subject where I have failed, right? So I want to see whether I have passed or not, right? So in which subject I have passed, right? So here I can give this list comprehension, and then I can give the condition here, okay, and give that if it is greater than passing mark, I am passed. Okay, so when I run this, okay, you can see 68, 96, 80, 90 and 89 are the elements where I have passed, and 38 is not there because it is removed from the list. But you can write this code into traditional for loop as well, but it will take a long, okay, and while writing also, or and while executing also. So this is one good thing Python has given. Now we come to tuple. Okay, so tuple is an order collection, just like list, but it is not modifiable. Okay, so you cannot modify it, so it is immutable. And it also allows to duplicate, just like list. In list also you can have duplicates, in tuple also you have duplicates. So tuple is written like this, round brackets, okay, and you can see this is okay. So let me execute this. So now this is tuple. Now similarly, we can find any element from any particular index. So you can see here at 0th position we have 35, and at last position we have 90. Let's see it's a modifiable or not. So as we have seen, we have given marks equals mass 0 equals to 38 in list, and we can see the list 38, right? We can see the 38 in the list. So let's try to run this. Okay. So now you will get an error. Why? Because tuple object does not support item assignment. Okay. And it do not allow you to modify anything. Once you have written, you are not allowed to modify this. Similarly, slicing is there. We have seen in a list, so I'll not go to it. Then similarly, just like list comprehension, we have tuple comprehension, and it is the same way of working. Now, one very good data structure is a set. Okay, you will be seeing this set. Okay, in every language, just like Java, C, C++, right? And it is very useful in solving most of the issues, just like your graph issues and other issues. Okay. So what is set? So set is an ordered collection of data. Okay. It is mutable and it does not allow any duplicates. Okay. So here you can write set like this: cities, Chennai, Delhi, Mumbai, Kolkata, and again Chennai. Okay. So I have purposefully written this Chennai again. Let's see what it prints. Okay. So here you can see Chennai, Delhi, Kolkata, and Mumbai. So it has removed the extra duplicate item, right? So inside duplicates are not allowed. Now let's see some set operations. Okay, so I have two sets, A and B. Okay, and I have elements like 1, 2, 3, 4, and here B has 4, 5, 6. So there is one common element in A and B, that is 4. So let's see what we get from union. So union is the combination of two sets, right? So when I print A union B, so union is represented like this one here. Okay. So when I print A union B, okay, it will give all the elements 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So 4 is duplicated but not repeated in our union. So it is the like superset for A and B. Now we see the intersection. Okay. So now in intersection, we know what is the common element, right? So 4 is the common element, right? So here we can see the 4 is printed because that is the point of intersection for set A and B. Now we see the set difference. So what is set difference? What is contained in A and not contained in B? Okay. Sorry, what is not contained in B? So if I run this here, you can see 1, 2, and 3. It is only contained in A and it is not contained in B, right? So B also has an element 4, right? So if I say A difference B, so it will remove 4 because we don't want any element from B. And if you want to see this symmetric difference, so symmetric difference is like whatever is there in A and whatever there in B, but there should be no a point of intersection. So this is this symmetric difference. Okay, so here you can see 1, 2, 3, and 5, 6. 4 is common in both A and B, but it is not there in a symmetric difference because it is removed while calculating symmetric difference. Okay, now if we want to add something in set, okay, we have function like add, okay, and we have function like remove for removing. So I'll not go to it. I'll directly jump to the dictionary, and this is a very beautiful data structure. Okay, and you can correlate this data structure with JSON. Okay, so here you can see key value pair, and it is almost looking like JSON, right? And that is very helpful in solving many problems when we want to solve or we want to have a JSON kind of file. Okay, so dictionary is an ordered collection of key value pairs. It is immutable. We can modify this, and key value pairs are written like this. So suppose there is a one student and his name is Praveen. His registration number is so and so, and the course he has enrolled is BTech. Okay, so now I can give all this information in a single line, right? And if I print, it will be like there is a student named Praveen. His registration number is this, and he has enrolled for this course. Okay, so you can write any big data structure based on this dictionary. So if you want to write your own structure, okay, dictionary is the best suitable for writing your own structure, because there are certain situations where you have sublinks and other things. Okay, so there is a body and then sub body, right? So that is totally supported by this dictionary. So now how to access the element? Now I want to see which course the student is enrolled, right? So I can only give course and student. So it will give like this student is enrolled for the BTech course. Okay. Now I come to the looping part of it. Okay, so here you will be surprised. Okay, in for loop you are giving two variables, key and value, right? In most of the programming language we have seen that only one variables can be given, and the function return only one value. Okay, but in case of Python you can return n number of values. So that is the beauty of Python definitions, Python function definitions. So here in this for loop, I want to print everything, uh, every key and every value. So I can write a for loop and I can print this. Now a string. So as we have seen above, how a string look like. So let's say this is our one word basketball, and I want to print word, so I can print it. But there are many inbuilt function which is there in a string, just like lower, upper, length of the word, if the word is starting with a or not, if the word is ending with a or not. Okay, so when you run this, you will find that if it is not starting with a, it will give like false, and if it is starting with b, it will give like true. So these are the inbuilt functions which we can utilize in our day-to-day work. Now similarly in list we have slicing, and in string also we have a slicing, so we can give the slicing here. Okay, and we can print the number of character we want. So also there is one more function, a split. So suppose this is one sentence, I love deep learning. Okay, and I want to split based on the space character. So this is a space character. So if I want to split, I can split using the split function. So now you can see word is now a list with I love deep and learning as 4 items here. Okay. Also, Python support all basic control structures, just like if else, while, for. Okay, so let's see. Suppose I have two variables, a and b, 20 and 45. I want to check. Okay, I can give this. Okay, so here, if and then condition, and then your after colon, you can give your statement, then elif, condition, and statement, else, state colon, and statement. I if you miss this colon part, okay, you will be in a trouble. Okay, because first Python is an interpreted language and it reads line by line everything. Okay, so what happens if you miss the colon? Okay, it might possible that you will end up doing okay, so let's do one thing. I remove this. Okay, and if I press and enter, it comes to the beginning of the line. Okay, but Python is kind of a language where indentation is reading, and it is a must. Okay, so if you miss that, right, if you miss that single colon, you see, right? It is coming to the new line and at the beginning of the line, not it is indented properly. So if it is not indented properly, it will result in failure. Okay, so I'll run this. Okay, and we see that B is greater than A based on if and else condition. Okay, so there are various if and else condition you can try at your own. Okay, and all uh, uh, all other control language, all other control structure is also supported. Okay, so I'm going only for this one. So let's say for loop, I have one element like cricket team, and we have Virat, Rohit, Hardik, Bumrah, and Kuldeep. Okay, and I want to see, I want to print this all cricket team is selected for persons are selected for the World Cup, right? So I can append. Okay, I can start a for loop and I can append like person plus I can append what I want to say for them. So here if I run, it say that Virat is selected, Rohit is selected, kind of. I'll not go to other part of it. So here one important thing is range. Okay, so just like in for loop, we give start and ending, right? So here also we can give like range. Okay, so what range we are trying to do? Okay, so here it starts from 0 and it takes the length. If you want to start from any other position, you can also pass that positional parameter in the range, and a range will start from that point. Okay, so this is like while loop. Okay, I think I will not able to cover AI and machine learning part of it. So I just try to, go fast. Okay. So just like in any other language, we have function. We also have function in our Python. Okay. So here you can you can write Python with definition, and then you can give what parameters you want. So suppose I have written this function, okay, and I want to run, then I'll call this function and I'll pass the value. So it will print the value. Okay. Python gives one good functionality. Nowadays, Java is also providing the default value functionality. Okay. So here you can by default give any variable, any kind of value you want. Just like here in name, I have given a guest. Okay, so suppose if I'm not passing anything, it will print that as a guest. Okay, so here let's see. Okay, so now if I say greet Praveen, okay, and greet user, I'm not passing anything. So here you can see, if I am passing the value, it is taking the value, and if I'm not passing the value, it is taking the default value. So that is all about Python. So this is the basics in Python, and Python paves the way for expediting the AI journey. Okay, so let's uh, come to the machine learning and AI journey. So now I welcome you all to the machine learning journey. So I am going to share the machine learning slide. Okay, so just give me a moment. Okay, so anyone has any question, we can quickly take that question, those question, and then move to the machine learning part of it. Okay, so let's talk about artificial intelligence. What is artificial intelligence and what is learning? So here you can see the picture, right? Machine is learning something. Okay, so what exactly is machine learning, right? So let's see how it comes. So artificial intelligence is the superset of all these things. Okay, and artificial intelligence is the ability of machine to imitate human intelligence. Okay, human cognizance. Okay, so if you want to calculate something, or if you want to build something, and you have imparted that knowledge to machine will very well able to do the same thing. But as of now, those things are repetitive, but in future, they are going to have some good thing. With the advent of the large language model, LLM, ChatGPT has shown the way. Okay, so ChatGPT, you can see the creativity coming from. Okay, so you can write a poem, you can write anything which is creative, and that is emerging. But in 2-3 years, you can see a lot of things changing the world. So machine learning is a subset of artificial intelligence, and basically machine learning is the algorithm or model that incorporate intelligence into machine by automatically learning from the data. And deep learning is a subset of machine learning, and where it mimics the human brain. So our human brain has neurons. Okay, so scientists have proven that neurons are actually giving instruction to our body. Okay, and based on that, they have developed this neural network model. Okay, so deep learning is basically a neural network. Okay, and we are trying to mimic the human brain in deep learning. So this is a big picture actually. Okay, uh, okay, this is a big picture. Okay, so artificial intelligence, then machine learning, then deep learning. Okay, and then we have a data science. So we have very kind of thin boundary or overlapping boundary between data science and machine learning and artificial intelligence. So data science also incorporates data analytics, big data. Okay, apart from AI, machine learning. So artificial intelligence is basically the mechanism to mimic human intelligence into machine through a set of instruction rules or algorithms with the incorporation of softwares and hardwares. So one important part I want to highlight here is software and hardwares. Okay, so AI is basically using both softwares and hardwares. Okay, it recreates human intelligence and behavior using algorithms that data models. AI predicts, automates, okay, and complete the task that task typically done by humans with greater accuracy and precision. So when we need accuracy and precision, we depend on machines. Okay. Artificial intelligence is used when a machine completes a task using human intellect and behavior. For example, Alexa. So nowadays, uh, you know more about Alexa, right? So Alexa can play music, on and off lights, book your movie tickets, do a lot of things, right? So that is the example of one application, okay, in artificial intelligence. Machine learning is a branch of artificial intelligence and computer science, which focuses on the use of data and algorithms to imitate the human learning, and it gradually improves over time. When you give a perfect model, there are some epochs. So epochs is number of iteration you want to add. There are some learning rate. There are some parameters that you can tune. Okay, so using and updating that tuning parameters, you can gradually improve the accuracy of your machine learning algorithms. So machine learning is used when we want to teach a model how to perform a task, such as predicting an output, discovering a pattern, okay, using the structured data. Now I'll move it quickly. Okay, so one thing I don't want to miss is the Tom Mitchell's definition of machine learning. Okay, so Tom Mitchell is one of the genius in the field of machine learning, and he has given a definition like a computer program is said to learn, okay, with experience E with respect to some class of task T and performance measure P. And if its performance at task T as measured by P improves over a time and with experience E, we say that machine is learning. So it has a wide implication, okay, and we can see what that means later. Now I'll quickly come to deep learning. So deep learning is basically a set of machine learning that uses neural networks. So neural networks is something just like our neurons, and it tries to mimic our human brain. Deep learning is used to complete complex tasks where you can find complex data and unstructured data. Okay, just like image classification. Okay, for facial recognition. So there are some examples of AI, speech recognition, computer vision, robotics, predictive maintenance, medical diagnosis, autonomous vehicles, and self-driving cars. Here it is cars actually. Uh, then your personal virtual personal assistant, fraud detection, image recognition. Okay. Similarly, we have same kind of applications for machine learning. You can see image recognition, recommendation system, sentiment analysis, predictive maintenance. Okay. So there are vast number of application that uses ML nowadays. Okay. So if you have tried Netflix, you get some movie suggestion. So how that is coming? It is coming from the recommendation system. Okay. So we have generative models, autonomous vehicles, image classification, speech recognition, natural language processing, recommender system, and game playing and time series forecasting as in deep learning. Okay, examples. So I'll talk about generative models more because internet is crazy about these generative models nowadays. Okay, so generative models are models where it can try to, okay, suppose um, you want to uh, you want to have an image of a tiger eating a pizza. Okay, and if you want to build that model, you can give that model. Okay, and it will generate a images of that. So it generates that model based on your imaginations. Okay, similarly generative model also having voice models. Okay, so voice can be controlled or voice can be modulated using generative models. Okay, then what is the difference between ML and DL, right? Okay, so ML and DL uses different algorithms altogether. Okay, ML uses mostly the small data subsets, and deep learning uses a kind of vast database. Deep learning also uses unstructured data. So these are the key difference in ML and deep learning. So machine learning is basically or broadly categorized into three subdivisions, like three types: supervised, unsupervised, and reinforcement learning. And supervised can be classification, regression; unsupervised like clustering and dimensionality reduction. So these are the algorithms, like we have decision tree, neo-Bayes, decision support vector, then k nearest neighbor, then k means, and principal component analysis. So these are few algorithms that are used solving this problem for supervised, unsupervised, and reinforcement learning. So what is supervised learning? Okay, so supervised learning is the learning where you give machine a data which is labeled. Okay, or you are teaching something to machine, whether it is correct or not. So that is supervised. So you give some supervision to machine learning, and based on that supervision, machine learning creates the model. So that is supervised learning. What is unsupervised learning? So unsupervised learning is a learning where you give the data, but you don't categorize or label those data. Okay, and machine automatically, okay, recognizes those data, what kind of data it is, based on algorithms like clustering algorithms. Okay, like KNN and K-means. Okay, and what is reinforcement learning? So reinforcement learning is something where machine tries itself, and if it is like he is going in a right direction, he will be priced for it, and he is going in a wrong direction, it is penalized. Okay, so there is some agent. Okay, and we see state, reward, and action. So reward is the price for the agent, and if reward is not there, then it is penalized, what action machine has taken. So it learns on its own based on inputs. So we broadly categorized machine learning into three categories: supervised, unsupervised, and reinforcement. So these are the few classification models that are commonly used, okay, like logistic regression, neobias, KNN, decision tree, support vector machine, random forest. Okay, so random forest is also a kind of tree, okay, and utilizes a number of epochs, okay, with different tuning parameters. In regression, we have linear regression, decision tree, support vector regression, lasso regression, and rich regression. In clustering, we have k-means clustering, DB scan clustering, Gaussian mixture, agglomerative hierarchical clustering, and mean shift clustering. Similarly, for reinforcement learning, we have Markov decision process, Q learning, R learning, and TD learning. Now come to deep learning. So deep learning is started with ANN. What is ANN? ANN is a artificial neural network, and it is similar and mimicking to our brain neurons. Okay, so that is the start of deep learning. Once that ANN got some matured, we come for the CNN. Okay, CNN is a convolution neural network. So there are some difficulties in ANN that is solved by the CNN, convolutional neural network, and mostly it is used for image classifications, okay, and image recognition kind of things. Then comes the RNN, that is a recurrent neural network. So there are some problems which are not solved by ANN and CNN, that is solved by recurrent neural network. And RNN gives the way for other algorithms like BERT and LSTM. Okay, so what is BERT and LSTM? LSTM is a long short-term memory, and BERT is a bidirectional encoder representation for transformers. So in 2007, I guess in 2017, transformer model came and it changed the whole industry. So transformer is basically an attention model, okay, and it has encoder and decoder. So that gives the way to new models to come, just like GAN and LLM. So GAN is like generative adversarial network, and LLM is our large language models. Okay. Now coming to the steps of building any model. Okay, so in any machine learning model, we should have a training data and we should have a model. So W is a weight and B is a bias. Okay, and we have like a test update. So this goes into loop, and till we get a defined or great accuracy, we try to build our model. So here you can see first we collect data. So data collection, then data preparation, then model building, then train the model, then evaluate the model, then we do some parameter tuning, and then we make predictions. So once that accuracy is reached, we can productionize our machine learning pipeline. I'll say about common applications of model. So logistic regression is one model, and common application is like price prediction. So if you want to predict a price of any stock or anything, you can do with this. Okay. Fully connected network used for classification, convolutional network for image processing, RNN for voice recognition, random forest for fraud detection, reinforcement learning from learning by trial and error, generative models for image creation, okay, and K means for segmentation or clustering. So these are the few applications. Okay. Okay, so it brings an end to this slide. Okay, and I'll quickly give some examples, okay, that most of the learners used. Okay, so let me share, okay, my screen. Okay, so let's see what is basic. Okay, okay, so what is basic linear regression? Okay, so what is linear regression and what is regression and what is classification? There are two terminologies, right? So regression is the continuous thing, and you can think classification as a segmentation of things. Okay, suppose you want to classify whether the picture is of dog or cat. Okay, so you can classify that this picture is of cat, this picture is of dog, right? So that is kind of classification. And for regression, you have a continuous value. Okay, so suppose you want to predict pricing of uh, some house, right? Based on the past data and in that particular area. Okay, so you upload the data. So here I am doing the same thing. I am trying to predict the price. Okay, here NumPy, I have imported NumPy, pandas, and matplotlib. Okay, then I have imported the linear model from sklearn. Then I am loading my data set, home prices.csv. So if I look at this, okay, my home prices is like depending on the area, number of bedrooms, and what is the age of that property, all kind of things. Okay, so I load that data using read CSV, and this is the data frame. Okay, so I can print that data frame. So based on this, we can plot. Okay, so here you can see the plottings, right? So you cannot draw a straight line. Okay, but we have to fit the model into a straight line. So linear regression does that thing. It fits the model into a straight line. Of course, there are some laws. Okay, and uh, what amount of loss we want okay, from our model, we can take ahead from that. Okay, so when I say I want to I am passing all those things. So there is called two things. One is the feature and another is called the target. Okay, so what is feature and what is target? So in my data, if you see, feature is like area, bedroom, and age, and my target is price. So I want to know the price in a particular uh, for a particular house, which is like area 3600 square feet and 3 number of bedroom. Okay, so I want to predict the price. Okay, so area is the feature and price is the target. Now I am importing the linear regression from the linear model that is imported from the sklearn, and I am fitting my features and my target. So I fit that into my model. I'm giving area and price. Okay, so now my model is ready. Okay, and I can predict what is the price of my house, which is going to be 3300 square feet, right? So a regression model dot predict, it will give the value just like 628813. Okay, it is just like your mx plus b kind of thing. Okay, because you are trying to fit that into linear. Okay, so you can have multiple variables or multivariate regression also, but as of now I have covered here the linear regression. So linear regression is a linear line, mx plus c, where m is a slope and b is the bias here. So this is one model which depicts about our linear regression. So if you want to see how it fits, okay, we can plot that, okay, using matplotlib. So you can see the straight line here, right? Though all the data is not fitting on the line, but this is the correct model which will give the most accurate result for my prediction. So this is linear regression. Okay, and okay, so okay, so now let's go to another example. Okay, so just let me know if my screen is visible. Is it visible? I have
Yes,
changed
yes,
the.
yes, 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 yes.
Okay, so this is one of the decision tree model. Okay, so here I have taken data from Kaggle. So Kaggle is one good learning platform, and provide you a lot of data set and learning. Okay, so I am loading a credit risk data here. So what is credit risk? So person can be defaulted, right? If he has not paid his dues. Okay, so that risk model is tracked with this decision tree, whether it is a good risk or a bad risk for that particular person. Okay, so here there are few things, just like income. Okay, what is the income, what is the savings, okay, whether the person is married or not. Okay, so based on this parameter we are going to predict the good risk and bad risk. So we have imported the decision tree model, decision tree classifier from sklearn, and we have passed our feature values. So here savings, marriage, and income are the features, and credit risk is the target. Okay, so now if I pass this into our model, so this is I am going I'm skipping few parts. Okay, to consider the timing, we have exceeded, sorry for that. And so this is the learning model. Okay, so we build our model. Okay, and based on that model some decision trees are generated, whether income is less than 0.5. So 0.5 is the probability with whether it is real low or high. Okay, then we have a Gini index. Okay, so Gini is just like entropy, whether uh, uh, that particular has some relation, particular things, values have some relations. Okay, then it says if savings is less than this, so it is a bad. Okay, if savings is more, then it is good risk. And then if you are married, okay, and your savings are less, okay, then it is a bad model. Okay, because you are married also and your savings is less, so you cannot be provided loan, you are at a bad credit risk. Okay, so this is the decision tree. Okay, I'll just quickly go upon one. I have many things, but I'll just quickly go about the CNN model. Okay, so okay, I'll not execute it. Okay, so as I said, hope my CNN model is visible. Okay, so we use here TensorFlow. This is a convolution neural network where we are providing the kernel, and based on some convolution, okay, it tries to segment the data. So here in this CNN model, I am trying to predict the images, whether it is a cat or dog. Okay, so this is the model. So I have taken, these are the few samples, okay, of cat, dog and cat. Okay, and I have applied the model. I am doing some pre-processing and I am giving the training. Okay, so some training data need to be given. Then we are seeing what are the training data, and these are the training data. Okay, so these are some training data, and then we are applying the models. So models have a various hidden layers. Okay, and based on hidden layers, it gives the accuracy. It will have a weight change. So there are some concept of forward propagation and back propagation. So that helps in modifying the accuracy. Okay, improving the accuracy of the model. Okay, so now you can see here convol layer. Okay, convol 2D, then max pooling, then convol 2D, then max pooling. So these are predefined layers. Okay, for the model, and now we build that model, and based on that model, now we use some optimizers. So there are n number of optimizers. So here we are doing SGD. So what SGD is a stochastic gradient descent, and gradient descent is one of the um, game changer to improve the learning rate and find the accuracy. Okay, so here we are doing the binary cross entropy, because we are trying to segment our or classify our image, whether it is a cat or dog. So now based on that, we fit and we try to give some value. Okay, some image. So I have given one image. Okay, so let me share that image. So this is the image I have given. Okay, so this is a dog's image. Okay, so I have passed this. Okay, so you can see this image. Okay, and on passing this image, okay, and I'm trying to predict, so it gives the accuracy. Okay, whether it is a cat or dog. So here you can see the probability. So the probability of having cat is less and probability of having dog is more. So the model will classify this as a dog. So this is one of the deep learning algorithms we are using for our image classification. So that comes to end of my presentation, and thanks all for your patience and giving me an opportunity to speak in front of you. Thanks all.
Wonderful presentation.
It's incredible. I think Suresh probably can go ahead and do the vote of thanks. Praveen, you have surpassed all the expectations. I have no words to express.
I want to cover more, but time do not permit, Naveen. But yeah, thanks for your comment. Thanks.
Probably we can bring you back next time with a little advanced kind of training.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you, Praveen. It was a very wonderful presentation with all the examples, and your ability to explain like complex concepts in a clear and understandable manner was truly impressive. From the fundamentals of AI to the practical demonstrations using Python, yeah, we gained very valuable insights. So we are looking forward to learn from you in the next, as Kumar Rani mentioned. Yeah, we are looking forward to learn from you again. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you all.
Thank you. Anybody has a question or anything, or we can wrap up? Thank you. Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Sorry to ask at the.
No. Go ahead. Please.
Basically, it's not a question. I just wanted to express my gratitude to Praveen, because I do not know anything about any programming languages at all. I always attempted about Python, but to learn by myself, but I always got scared. So, but today, after listening to him, he has actually ignited that interest in me to learn Python. And that way, as a teacher, I can tell that he's a great teacher. He can make,
Thank you,
like
Engineer
Suresh said, all the complex things you explained very nicely. And in fact, I was about to decide whether should I quit on the first slide. When you showed some, something, with the brackets and all, I can't even say that. So, but the second slide onwards, absolutely, you created interest, and I continued. I am going to, learn further. Great. I wanted to express this. Thank you very much. God bless.
Thanks a lot, sir. Thanks a lot.
Thank you very much.
Even I learned, Praveen, Mr. Praveen. So it is very important. I was just writing down the things, taking the screenshot of the things which you have expressed, because for me it is something new, which is very important. And talking on technology, knowing the technology, there is a lot of differences there, right? So this is a beautiful way. Believe you me, this is what Kumar Rani sir has said, that maybe next time will be called. But again, a small revision of these things are very important, because there are lot many things which you have inculcated, right? Lot many things are there, from Python to machine learning to the deep learning, and then supervised, unsupervised, reinforcement, and all these things are there. Like, so it is very important. And then apart from this, the images of that which you have put it in all. So it requires actually what the Wing Commander sir, Kamlakar sir has said. It requires, for me at least, I will say, exercise to do it, right? It is not just only listening to you is going to make a difference, unless and until we will not exercise, because you are an expert. And I am not at all, I am zero. So, right. So learning and exercising is going to make a difference, so that we can learn this very important tool which is there, and it is a need of the hour. Thank you so much once again.
Thanks a lot, sir, and
Yeah.
for your kind words. And also, I have learned a lot from you today. Thank you, sir.
Learning is a phenomenon. We keep on learning from all. That's what I said. That we all have, God has given us a lot of strength. So everybody is having that strength. We must learn from each other. That is all about it. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you,
this
sir.
is what we are trying to do. We have been working for so long,
Correct,
but
sir.
a lot of things we don't know, we forgot. So we are trying to, one of the things is we are trying to refresh, and then otherwise something new technology we are trying to learn. And there are a lot of people with the different technologies and different management skills. So that's why every month we are doing this second Saturday
Yes.
webinar and bring two specialists in two different areas. And we are trying to do our best.
So thank you, sir. Thank you once again, and have a great day. Have
Yeah,
a great
thank
day
you all,
and a great weekend also, because it is Saturday for you morning.
Yeah. I know. Hey, Naveen, are you there?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
I'm still there.
So you want to say anything, or can we close it?
Yeah, one last thing. One last thing. Again, I would like to express my gratitude to both the speakers, PK sir and Praveen. This is one of the most productive sessions, okay, which I have ever attended, and nobody felt bored.
Thank you, Naveen. Thank
Right,
you.
this 2.5 hours, it's kind of glued, and it was so captivating, and to be surrounded by people like you guys. And thank you once again for joining this. Okay, and look forward for many more sessions, guys. Thank you so much, and thank you,
Thank you
Kumar
all. Have
Ranigar
a
and the
great
entire
you.
weekend.
executive committee. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Naveen.
Bye.
Good job. Thank you,
Yeah,
Suresh.
thank you.
Somiseti, thank you very much. Thank you, sir. Venkapandra garu.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Bye,
Great.
everyone.
Bye.
Bye bye.